morning.
Good morning, Anshika.
You're somebody who is very, very driven, is great at managing multiple things. You switched from banking to salon, and now you are into coaching as well. And you're in the products D2C space also, is what I understand. This is the person and professional I know. Who is the human Sneha?
So, the human Sneha, if I have to give one word for Sneha, it's the actual meaning of my name, which is love. Love, I love life.
Okay.
Okay, I am a happy person, I can say. It's not that I've not had challenges in my life,
Yeah.
but I find better ways to deal with it. So, if you ask me who Sneha is all about love. I love people, I love life, I love being driven, I love being there. I love to transition, I love to explore, I love to experience. And this is what Sneha is.
Okay, got this. And okay, looking back at your life, the last X number of years, what are top three? And we were just discussing the difficult decisions you've made in life, right? What were the top three most decisions you have made which have led you here from day zero on earth to day now on earth?
Okay, let me go back to my college days.
Okay.
Yeah, so I graduated from Mitibai, and almost all my friends uh, were wanting to do an MBA after that, because that's how the normal education path was. A commerce student would either do a CA or an MBA, and most of my friends, they said we'll prepare for CET and give entrance for MBA.
Yeah.
But I think I have had this quality since a very long time, that I'm very clear in my head as to what my own journey should be like.
Okay.
So at that time, because the financial situation of my family was, I can't complain. I mean, wasn't like very bad. But
Yeah.
I don't think there was enough to uphold my education into having another 2 years into MBA.
Right.
So I decided that whatever others do, good for them.
Not your, huh?
But I'm going to definitely pick up my job.
Yeah.
And my sister, who's 4 years younger to me, was a very bright student.
Okay.
Okay, she's done her master's in psychology. She's been a university topper. She studied from USA. And I thought that if I start working, then maybe she could, get the best education. And she's good at it.
Yeah.
I was an average student in school and college.
Yeah.
And I knew that, even if I do an MBA, probably I'm not going to get into an IIM. So let me just start work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the most crucial decision, because as youngsters, what I see today is that you follow, everybody. Like, if at that time, I didn't follow people.
Yeah.
I made my own choices. I said, I am going to work. I'm going to support my family. I'm going to support my sister to educate herself, because she's bright, and I'm going to work. Everybody said, oh no, BCom is not
Enough.
enough.
Yeah.
I said, I am enough. Okay, BCom is not enough, maybe, yes. But there's nothing a human being cannot learn.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so I have learned while working. And I think it's, because I've always had this courage to take these kind of decisions, the universe also has helped me. So I got the best bosses, I got the best mentors, I got the best positions. Okay, I grew in the banking space as well. There was a time when I would interview MBAs. Okay, in the bank, because I was in a leadership position. And to hire,
Yeah.
I would look at, MBAs. And that time I would realize that, it's the courage. It's the courage that makes the difference. Okay, and I'm not saying education isn't important. Okay, if there would be affordability, okay, at that time, that
Huh.
both of us could get educated, but at that time, life was simple.
Yeah.
Okay. Parents would do like a basic normal job and would try to give the best education, a nice house to live in, and we were living a comfortable
Happy
life,
life. Yeah.
right? But the decision making of still not getting attached to pursuing an MBA
Yeah.
and instead switching to look for a job
Yeah.
and then finding one and then growing in that space as well is, I think, one of the major decisions that I made as a very young girl.
Got
The
this.
second, I think, most important decision that came across in my life was when I was 23.
Okay.
My husband now was my boyfriend then. And he was
College
going to
sweethearts?
school.
School field. Amazing.
And he was going to UK to pursue his studies in medicine. And he suddenly came up and said, why don't you come along? Now, in that time and that generation, it wasn't like you pick up your bag and say, okay, mama, I'm going to see you in a couple of months. I'm going to UK with my boyfriend. We are going to live in together. It's all okay now. At that time, the first question was marriage.
Yeah.
So we both decided that, okay, I'll come along, but, let's get married.
Okay.
He was going there to study. I had a stable job here. And again, I thought, okay, if I can work here, I'll be able to work in UK. And I made that decision, and I give credit to my parents and his parents, who are my closest family and are pillars of strength for me.
Yeah.
That they agreed to this without any drama. Okay, they said, okay, we know the family, we know the kids, they're both good, they both know what they are doing, and let's help them do whatever they want to.
That is
And
lovely.
we went to UK. And one of my boss, I will not name her, but she is an angel. She came as an angel for me. She's at a very senior position in ICICI Bank today.
Okay.
And there are some people like who come to hold your hand and place you where you deserve to belong. She came and I got a job in ICICI Bank in London
Yeah.
because I went there. Again, courage played a very important role here. It's not easy to quit your stable job. Somebody who's going to study says that, okay, come along, and then two of us just go. So I'm still in touch with her. It's been 25 years now. I'm in touch with her. I thank her every year on my birthday
Oh, how sweet.
because some people just come to, make your life better. And I started earning in pounds,
Yeah.
which was so, it was like a dream come true, being in London, working with ICICI Bank, earning in pounds, and having a space to live
Yeah.
and being able to manage all your expenses by yourself.
Yeah.
without
You had a
asking-
life of your own.
Yeah. Then again, after a few months, there was a rule that came up that Asian doctors wouldn't get work permits in UK, and we had to come back. So we came back. When I came back here, my boss from ICICI gave a recommendation to ABN AMRO here that there is somebody who's coming and she's worked very hard here. So why don't we look at her for some position in the bank? And that was my biggest break in
Banking.
banking. I came here, joined as a lobby head for the Sakhar Bhavan branch at ABN AMRO. And then in the banking space, I worked with Deutsche for 4 years. And the third transitional decision that I took was after Vedika was born.
Yeah.
I did not have the courage to leave her and go back after my maternity leave. I still went because I had a commitment that I would come back after 6 months.
Right.
I went back to the bank. I tried to give my best shot, but I just couldn't gather the courage to, leave at 6:30, and that was playing on my mind. There was a conscience, that I'm not going to be able to give 100% to both my job and Vedika.
Yeah, Vedika.
There was support. I'm
Correct.
not going to complain. My mom, my mother-in-law,
Right.
everybody was willing to support. But I wanted flexibility. I wanted to fully enjoy motherhood. Okay? Not too many people know that I started business for flexibility and not because I wanted to leave my job. There are many people who complain about their job, saying that no, I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want a boss. I don't want to answer,
Yeah.
be answerable to anybody. But my reason for leaving my job wasn't that I wasn't happy in my job. I was extremely happy with Deutsche. I think it was the best place I worked. My boss there is
Yeah.
an amazing person. Again, I'm still in touch with her. And, I think I had the best time of my life working there. But I knew again inside me with a lot of clarity that I want to enjoy motherhood, which is what I communicated to my husband. We just picked up a 1 crore housing loan. Before my delivery, I told him we should pick up a house in Mumbai. We both are working, and let's bring the baby in the new house. And then I said, I want to quit. So anyway, we put all our investments out there. We said, okay, we'll manage. And I'm really thankful that again, I found support. My husband said, if this is what you feel, you should do this. Don't bother about the loan. We'll see what we can do. So for 4 years, we lived in a very small house on rent, and we gave the bigger house that we picked up that time on rent. And we managed our finances. And then happened this transition. I mean, I had no clue what I'm going to do. Salon just happened.
Correct.
By the way, because all I had in my mind is flexibility, which I have till today. So I think whatever is clear in your mind naturally manifests outside. If I have to give an example of manifestation, is all these examples, then I was very clear of my path that this is what I want to do. I don't want to, follow the herd. I'm going to make my own life. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to make my own decisions. I'm fiercely independent. When I have to do something, I politely ask people around.
Yeah.
But even if I get a no for that answer, I still do it. So yeah, this has been my journey, from marriage at a very young age, going to UK, coming back to India, transitioning from banking to business. Everything needed courage.
I love how courage is the anchor word. When I was in school, they taught us about Amelia Earhart. I don't know if you're aware.
No, not really.
She was the first female pilot, or maybe the first military female, something like that. I fudged the details.
Okay.
But one of the things she said was, courage is the price that life exacts for granting peace. I think
Absolutely.
that is the core of. I think I wrote it on my bedside table also. That
Yes.
it's
This
a thing.
confidence
Yeah.
comes with courage, step by step. When you start doing things that you're scared of, that will make you a confident person. You can't be waiting for that right time to come, because there is no right time. Even after 10 years into business,
Yeah.
and 12 years into being in the corporate segment, I don't think there was any perfect timing.
Yeah, for anything.
For anything.
Make it work
for
for you.
anything. You
Yeah.
have to make it work for you. And you have to decide that no, this is going to be my journey. Nobody is going to understand your journey, because at that time you will, people will say, oh, you're being silly. You're, you're
Blowing it
mad.
all up, yeah.
You can't leave a job like this. You can't leave a career like this. The brand name you're working for. All this doesn't matter if you have belief in yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew that even today I tell my husband, put me in Iceland, I'll work there. I'll figure a way out.
Yeah, yeah.
If I can figure a way out in Mumbai, I can figure a way out in
Yeah.
London, I can figure a way out in business, I can figure a way out anywhere.
Yeah.
But was it not fearful for me? It was. I've had extremely anxious moments. I've cried.
Yeah.
On my last day at Deutsche Bank,
Yeah.
I cried all the way back,
Oh.
home. I was crying in the rickshaw. I was like, this is it. From tomorrow, I don't have to go to the bank. So 1 year before the salon business started,
Yeah.
I was, at home.
Huh.
At home, changing nappies, looking after my daughter, taking her to parks, meeting people, and everybody thought, okay, now she's free, so she can be available everywhere.
Yeah.
This happens. Okay, this happens. Any social event, any function. Oh, what are you doing now? You can be there. You can come here. You can do this. You can do that. I was available for everyone.
Yeah.
Right? So I've seen this transition from a working person to a person being at home to, starting to work again.
Correct.
People's attitude towards you also changes.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're working, if you're financially independent, you have the power to say no.
Yeah.
Ideally, even homemakers
Should have. Yeah.
should
of
have
course.
that power.
Correct.
But unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's not seen. Again, there, if you put your foot down and say no, I think that's the courage one will have to show.
Yeah.
But it's slightly easier. I can say it's slightly easier for people when they're working.
Absolutely.
I'm not available.
I think, like,
Cannot do
personally,
this.
education and money are two most important things
Absolutely.
for a woman or any person. But
Any person.
women, particularly in this day and age and the society we live in, can never give that
No.
up.
Even now, like, if you ask me, a lot of people say, why do you want to keep doing so much? You can aram se live a good life and peaceful life.
हाँ हाँ क्यों कर रहे हो
क्यों
पॉडकास्ट
कर रहे
बताओ
हो? क्यों कर क्या जरूरत है 10 आउटलेट की क्या जरूरत है और बढ़ाना क्यों है इतना प्रेशर क्यों लेना है यार दिस इज लाइफ there has to be purpose, right?
Yeah.
So my purpose specifically comes when I'm constantly doing and transitioning. I'm a very curious person. But if somebody does not want to do that, it's that person's choice, right?
Correct. Yeah.
It's just about your own choices. I'm saying happiness is not money. Happiness is not cars. Happiness is not a bungalow.
Right.
Happiness is not vacations. Happiness is equal to your choices. If you're able to do what you want to do,
Yeah.
happiness is equal to your choices in life. Why are people unhappy? They want to do something, but they are not able to do that. That's unhappiness.
Correct.
And that can happen even with money.
Yeah.
That can happen even when you have the biggest cars. That can happen even when you have like a huge house or a penthouse to live in. Okay. You live in a penthouse and you want to leave your CEO job.
Yeah.
But people, around you are not allowing you to do that. Or you don't gather the courage
Yeah.
to do that. You're not happy. So, according to me,
Yeah.
happiness and success and happiness are two different things. You can be extremely successful but not
And I'm
happy.
happy. Correct.
Happiness is equal to decide what you want to do and do it.
Hmm.
And then live by the decision, even if it's wrong. I think decisions can go wrong, right?
Yeah.
So live by it.
But that's the game. I
That's the
think
game.
life is just game. If you think of it like that. If
Absolutely.
you get 70, 80, 90, 100, whatever amount of years, you maximize that.
maximize
And you
it.
have fun. Like, that is
You
it.
have fun. You strike a balance.
Yeah. So,
Strike a balance. I dropped my daughter to school this morning. We spoke. And then I'm here doing this conversation with you.
yeah.
I'm going to go back home. My mom's not keeping too well, so I'm
Yes.
going to spend some time with her and then get back to work. It's striking a balance.
Right.
Whether I get time for myself, yes, I would like to answer this. I do get a lot of time for myself. I read, I go to the gym, I work out, I do everything that is needed for that me time for yourself. I hang out with my girlfriends. It's only by time management and striking a balance. You will be able to do everything.
And like you
And
mentioned, you're a
sometimes-
very clear person in
Yeah.
your head. So you've got your priorities also, that I want to probably dedicate this amount of time not to doom scrolling, but
Yeah.
for myself, for my
For
books, friends,
Absolutely.
family, whoever.
It's about striking the balance, the right balance. You have the correct time management in place, and you'll be able to do everything. Everything that you desire to do, and with a happy face.
Okay. The first thing I've noticed, and something I think a lot about, is the idea of being content versus not being content. And there is this term I came across at some time in life, divine discontent, which is you're always discontent with everything you have in life, but you're also very, very happy and excited to achieve contention. And even if you don't, you're okay. I don't know what state of Zen that is. But I think a lot about what is enough. Is 2 lakhs a month enough? Is 20 lakhs a month enough? 2 crores a month enough? What is enough? And do I ever want to, in life, personally, stop working? I don't see myself as retiring, which is a generous thing to say at my age. But I don't think I will ever be like, ab ho gaya sab kuch. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I were to say there's no work.
Yeah.
I want to understand, and you look like that too. I know you're very, very happy in life, and I know you stand strongly by all the decisions you've made. You're not unhappy with any of them. You probably also found your happy side, even though you've not liked some of them. And you still say कि मुझे 10 नहीं 20 change चाहिए, 20 outlets चाहिए. How do you look at that?
I'll tell you. Being ambitious and being content are two different things.
Okay.
If you ask me, am I ambitious? Yes, I am ambitious. Am I content? Yes. Like if today circumstances make my life stop,
Yeah.
okay, this is it. I'm not going to complain. See, either you can live your life by complaining or you can live your life by gratitude.
Correct.
Okay. I think God has been kind, and I can talk for myself. God has been kind, and there is no complaints in life. But whether I want to grow and not stop here, the answer to that is yes. Okay. There's no harm in asking for more.
Yeah.
Even when I was leaving Deutsche Bank, the question was that I have a stable job. It's giving me a monthly paycheck.
Correct.
Good salary, good position. Okay. Why do I want to quit that and start from zero? At that time, what gave me satisfaction was being with my daughter.
Right.
You decide what's enough for you. If 2 crores isn't enough for you and it's not giving you satisfaction, go for 4.
Yeah.
If 2 crores is enough for you and you feel that, okay, now I will open 1 outlet every year,
Yeah.
but I still want to keep growing, you decide. You want to take funding and, grow this to 100 outlets? Do that. As of now, if you ask me, as of today,
Yeah.
both me and my partner Gauri, we have daughters who are teenagers,
Correct.
right? So a lot of people come and tell us, oh, you have 10 profitable outlets. Why don't you want to go in for funding and grow this to 100?
Huh.
Because today is not the time. I want that time and attention for my daughter. So does she. She lives in a joint family. She wants to give that time to her family. Tomorrow, maybe that time comes. Or maybe we lose out on opportunities. But are we happy today? Yes. in spite of not going in for funding,
Yeah.
we are happy.
Hmm.
And the whole point of being able to work and make money is to be happy.
Yeah.
So, when this question comes to us,
Yeah.
this is what we say, that we choose happiness over losing opportunities. Yeah, opportunities are going to come all your life, but what are going to be your happy moments? Okay, this is what we are waiting for. Why don't we franchise? We will.
Hmm.
We will go to 100 outlets. We will franchise when that time comes.
Hmm.
Right? So, this is what we have learned, that you have to make your own choices very clear. How do you come to that? You listen to yourself. What do you want? Now, again, we are two of us, partnerships.
Hmm.
Maybe she's wanting to do 100 outlets and I'm wanting to do be at 10.
Yeah,
Can
could
be,
be.
no?
Correct.
But you can discuss it out with clarity
Hmm.
with each other. I think conversations, communication,
Hmm.
clear thought process.
Hmm.
Sit by your side. First, understand if you're not clear, what are you going to communicate to the other person? So, I think I've been fortunate that Gauri is my partner and who is also very clear in her thought process. We both help each other balance.
Hmm.
Okay. A lot of people say partnerships don't work, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. It works. And we are a great example of what has worked. It's been what, 9 years that we are partners,
Hmm.
and I don't think, touchwood, we've had any such argument over anything because our communication has been extremely transparent, extremely clear, and we both know that if we want to take different paths tomorrow,
Yeah.
that communication will also be very clear. Right? I sold one business earlier in 2019, which was Basil. I started with a salon named Basil.
Correct. Yeah, I looked it up and I thought it was an older name for bay leaf, and
Yeah.
you were doing the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
spice box.
Yeah, so I started with Basil, and even that partnership, okay, uh, we resolved everything very amicably. Okay, she didn't want to grow. She was happy with, 2, 3, 4 outlets. I was ambitious. I wanted to make,
More.
it bigger.
Yeah.
So we discussed it out. She picked up my share. She wanted the name, and everything got sorted. So I think clear communication, even in partnerships, can help you go a long way. And coming back to your question, that 2 crores is enough or 10 crores is enough, I think it's never enough. It's never going to be enough because the more you grow, you will change your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And again, there will come a situation, अरे ये भी काफी नहीं है, you know. So somewhere you have to be able to draw the line and see, okay, this is good, but I don't mind getting more, right? This is good, but I don't mind getting more. This is my philosophy. There is no complaining. Happy with what you have. I was happy when we lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm happy when we are living in a 3-bedroom apartment. I'm going to be happy living when we are in a 5-bedroom apartment. If me and my husband find space again in a small apartment, happiness has nothing to do with money. Money is very important. It can buy you a lot of things. It can buy you a lot of power. But happiness has nothing to do with money.
Noted. I've also noticed you're a very, in your mind, an abundant person. You're comfortable saying that opportunities will come and go, or you could probably find a life in any part of the world. And my tiny question is, have you always been this abundant person in your head?
Always.
How come?
I don't know. Sometimes you're just born with these
Okay.
characteristics. I think I was always confident, even as a child. हो जाएगा, कर लेंगे. And I think when you keep saying this, it happens.
You.
I'll give you an
Live it up.
example of how what happened during COVID.
Okay.
COVID, all 3 outlets were shut. We were also trying to, figure means out because, I mean, again, fortunately, the owners of those properties which we had
Yeah.
rented out were very kind. Okay, they were, giving us a lot of leeway on our rents, etc. We were trying to support families of our girls.
Right.
We were sending them grocery, whatever best
Correct.
in our capacity we could do. Still, in this situation, every day when me and Gauri would talk, I would say, यार बैंड्रा में तो मुझे बड़ा outlet चाहिए. That was the situation. COVID all over, salons are shut, we are not making any money. We are in fact figuring out that once everything opens, how are we going to sustain? How are we going to pay the, rents? And I was talking about a big outlet in Bandra. And every single day, I remember telling Gauri, Bandra में यार बड़ा होना चाहिए. पता नहीं, I had that feeling that Bandra is that location and I should have a bigger space. And as COVID, as things starting again,
Correct.
as COVID was like kind of dying down,
Correct.
and we were getting permissions to start the salons again. An agent calls me saying that somebody in Bandra at Linking Road runs a salon, wants to move out of that area,
Yeah.
okay, and pick up a salon somewhere in town. It's a fully ready setup. Would you like to see it? 500 square foot. And the day me and Gauri went to see it, we said, this is it. We don't take time because when an opportunity comes, it doesn't
to act
wait.
on it.
You have
Correct.
to act. And we said, okay, that very moment. See, what I was talking about constantly became my reality. This is what I want to tell people. I don't know what manifestation is. I don't follow that theory, honestly.
Yeah.
For me, theory is courage and acting at the right time, at the right place, and making the right decision. Okay. Right or wrong decision, I won't say, but whatever decision you take, stand by it.
Correct.
Okay, even if it's wrong, okay, I made a mistake. I'm going to correct this. Right? When we opened our first outlet,
Yeah.
did extremely well. We said, चलो दूसरा खोलते हैं.
हाँ.
इतना अच्छा कर रहा है. We have a great model. Second outlet, not a single customer the first day, and after that also 1, 2. We would call the Versova outlet and tell them, please एक दो appointments यहाँ भेजो. That was our Oshiwara, which is the Lokhandwala. Take 2 there, send 2 here.
Yeah.
1.5 years it took us to actually arrive in that area.
And you were so patient all that
We were
while.
patient,
And hopeful.
we were hopeful, we were doing everything in our capacity. We were standing at parks and both of us. See, today with 10 outlets, we don't do all of this. The girls help us with all
Correct.
the marketing and branding. But at that time, we were doing it ourselves.
you
we
have to,
were going at
yeah.
8 a.m. to a park and distributing pamphlets.
Yes.
Okay, we were doing everything possibly we could. And that outlet transition today, it's one of our biggest performing outlets. Things change, but we owned the wrong decision. Maybe we were too fast, right? We decided too fast on चल रहा है तो चलो दूसरा खोल लेते हैं without a proper, now we do that. Now we look at the area, we look at how thickly, residential it is, what is the water connection. At
All of
that
this
time, we were very impulsive, right? We said, चलो खोलते हैं, ये चल रहा है, दूसरा भी चलेगा. We learned. Business has taught us, right? Now, even now, after 10 years in business, we're still learning. We're still
Of course,
know,
yeah. Every
getting
single day
our
on the job.
systems. We are still training our girls. We still come across, issues. But that is life. It's a learning journey. For me, life is a learning journey and nothing else. And I'm going to continue to learn. For people who know me, must be wondering, oh, now coaching. That's my journey. I love learning. I love transitioning. And I'm not going to transition this time. I'm going to have it together.
Yeah.
I'm going to do business and coaching. Right? So this is life for me. I love it.
Okay, next question for you. Very, very different from what we just chatted on. You did not have an MBA. I know you're a big deal in banking. How does a young woman do that?
Yeah, a young woman should not say no
Okay.
to anything that comes her way.
Hmm.
A young woman should be confident about herself. I am again repeating, I'm not saying education isn't important.
Yeah.
It is. But there are some times, maybe life doesn't give you that opportunity. Doesn't mean you can't grow in life, right? That is your confidence on yourself. I knew I'm a quick learner. So if somebody teaches me, I can learn. I can say this even now for people who are in the corporate segment.
Yeah.
You know, people take breaks
Yeah.
after their pregnancy or after their marriage or,
Correct.
you know, any ailing parents, whatever. People take a break and then always wonder, अरे अभी इस गैप के बाद मुझे सेम लेवल पे कैसे जॉब मिलेगा, right? It's not the right way to look at it. क्यों नहीं मिलेगा? When you go to the interview, you have to ensure that the person looking at you knows that if you are taught something, you are going to do double of what you've been taught, right? When you're looking eye to eye with the person who's interviewing you,
Yeah.
you should come out confident that this person knows that I am going to make it,
Yeah.
right? And that is the difference. See, you can learn MBA. You cannot learn attitude. You have to have the right attitude. Even now, when we interview girls, I don't look at how good as a beautician she is.
Yeah.
But does she have the right attitude? On a rainy day, if I have called her for a trial and
Yeah.
if she calls up saying that आज तो मैं नहीं आ पाऊँ,
Yeah.
I think it's over for me.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Because, you know, Bombay rains like 4 months in a year. If the rain can stop you, then many other things can, right? It's the right attitude. In Bayleaf, in my salon business, I
Yeah.
try that whenever I'm interviewing, or whenever, I think even Gauri follows the same pattern,
Right.
we are looking at traits like attitude, like confidence, like, you know, how a person presents herself in front of us, and that's important. Beautician training I can give you. I can train you.
Right. Yeah.
Can I train you on the right attitude? Maybe yes, but that takes a
Longer time,
because you have to change the person from inside, right? So I think as a young girl, if you have full faith in yourself, life will take you there.
Okay. Talk to me about bosses. You mentioned you have got some great bosses and some great relationships you've been able to build for yourself. And you maintain them, which is also amazing, right? I don't think a lot of people are able to keep those relationships with people.
Right.
What is the importance of great bosses or mentors or people who, you know, just give you a helping hand once in a while and you stick around with them? And you also said, how do you maintain that relationship? You're still in touch with them. So you also said how you text all these people on your birthday and thank them,
Yeah.
which is one way to stay in touch. But
Absolutely.
tell me more.
Yeah, people grow people, right? This is the whole idea of me getting into the coaching space. Because I have seen people coming into my life and helping me grow. If you have the right bosses, if you have the right people in your life, half the game is done,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They are showing you direction. They are experienced. You know, they are your leaders. You follow them. You look up to them, right? So if that guidance comes at the right time and is good for your growth, then half the battle is won. This is what is. I'm not saying that I've always had good bosses. I've had some difficult ones also. Difficult ones also teach you how you should not be as a boss in future, right? What are the difficulties you are facing with that person, right? So everything teaches you,
Correct.
good or bad,
Correct.
right? Probably I'm in touch with, the bad ones also, some of them. But they also taught me, right? One person, I mean, I obviously don't want to name anybody
Yeah.
here, but he was such a taskmaster, okay, that I learned to cope up with that. No? It was a learning. For a 25, 26-year-old girl to be able to constantly be on her toes and, deliver
Yeah.
is something I learned from him. Though when I would go back home, I would be exhausted. I would
Yeah.
be like,
What's happening?
what's happening? But then not giving up in that situation, coping up with that is also learning. These are life lessons.
Right.
So people come into your life to make you learn. I've been fortunate of having maximum good bosses
Yeah.
and very few taskmasters, but I've been able to deal with both. And relationships, because I'm a people's person, I love people. I love being around people.
Huh.
I maintain them. And it's also a sense of gratitude. No? People who've helped you be here, taught you so much in life. It's just about being in touch with
Yeah.
those people. And even now, the person who, helped me navigate a job in UK, I mean, if I am in trouble or if I have a problem, I do get in touch with her. She's always going to be my mentor. Okay?
Correct.
She's always
Yeah.
going to be there for me. Right?
I have a question. I was reading about this just yesterday about the etiquette of being a mentee with somebody. And one of the things it mentioned was the idea of having a mentor does not mean you do every single thing they tell you to, but you take some advice and think for yourself. And I'm sure, I know you're a person who definitely thinks for herself. But what are your thoughts on A, the etiquette of being mentored, and B, how do you genuinely actually get mentored per se?
See, I think everything comes with experience.
Right.
Right? Our parents are our biggest mentors, right? They
Correct.
have experienced life, so they keep guiding us. Okay, this is not good, that is not good, or this is good, and you should do this. Okay, and you shouldn't do that, right? But do we listen to everything that they say?
Of course not. Yeah.
We have our own opinions, we do. We sometimes make mistakes, we learn. It's the same relationship you have with your mentor, right? Your mentor is just guiding you. Some things you can relate to, please do it. Some things which you don't, use your own mind. Nobody is going to ever force you to do something. If somebody is doing that, then the plain answer to that is no.
No. Yeah.
But that's the same relationship that you have with your parents, because they are your biggest mentor in life, right? They have experience of life. Why will a parent, tell you not to do something?
Correct. Yeah.
Because they have experienced that. I'm sure my teenage daughter does not understand this now.
Yeah.
Okay, she thinks I'm the villain of her life. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm only trying to guide her. Does she do everything what I say? No, she's
No.
learning by her own experiences. My only, duty as a parent is to keep guiding her. What my parents did for me. When I had to switch jobs or move from, Bombay to London and back to Bombay, what did my parents do? They didn't stop me. They were there to support me. And I have learned this from them. So I would like to do the same with my daughter.
Correct.
I want her to be an independent woman. If she doesn't take her own decisions,
Yeah.
how is she going to do that?
Right.
So your duty is just to give or guide. Give advice also is a wrong word. I would
Okay.
say guide. Okay, that this in my experience is
This.
what it is.
Yeah. You're free
make
to
your
choose.
choice.
Correct.
And this is exactly what senior bosses should do. And I've been fortunate enough to have such kind of people in my life who just don't say, ye karna padega.
हाँ.
This is the right way to do it. You see what suits you the
Suits you.
best, right? And this is exactly what we do in Bailey. Me and Gauri don't visit all the outlets on a day-to-day basis or, once in 1.5 months. They have full freedom to perform, right? If we sit on their head, we are not going to grow. They are not going to grow, right? Yet, there are some rules, some basics
Correct.
that you have to follow.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have full freedom to perform, which is not seen in many salons or many businesses. People don't allow freedom to perform, and I completely believe in this theory. You need to have the freedom to perform. You can't perform under a boss who's suffocating you by saying this is what it is, and you will have to go by it. Then I think your performance drops.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Follow-up question. Similar tracks. What is it having a friend as a business partner? And you've been partners for 9 years, and you mentioned communication is a big part of it. And you also, before we started recording, said how people said that's a bad idea, money, difficult conversations, difficult days. How have you dealt with it? And I know business has taught you, like you said. What have you learned about that?
See, we have one ground rule, both me and Gauri. We communicate everything to each other.
Okay.
To give you an example, somebody from the team calls Gauri that on this day I want a holiday. Gauri will approve it. She will, whenever we have a conversation, she will ensure that she mentions that to me.
Yeah.
I have spoken to this girl and this one needs a holiday and I have approved it, right? This is a very small example. But all I'm trying to say is that communication is the key. Having a friend as a partner is the most wonderful thing that has happened in our lives.
Yeah?
Why? Because we know each other so well in and out. She knows what I love to eat. I know what she likes. I know where she likes to hang out. I know when we are out on a salon visit, where to stop. This becomes so easy,
Yeah.
because you know each other, right? You know what makes her angry. She knows what makes me angry. So we both know each other so well, and hence the navigation becomes easier. She's more patient. I don't have patience, so decision making becomes easier because I sometimes make impulsive decisions, and then she grounds me.
Yeah.
She says, okay, should we not wait this out a bit? Because this communication is so easy between us,
Yeah.
it survived for 9 years and even more, right? So it's great having a friend see, it has worked out for me.
Yeah.
Also, the level of friendship you have, the kind of person you are, and the kind of person she is has all helped.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
I cannot say this for everybody.
Yeah. Can't be a
All
blanket statement.
It can't be a blanket. But communication, even
Yeah.
if there's something bothering her or bothering me, I think communication is the key. I think communication in every relationship, forget about
Of
partnership,
course. Yeah.
every relation, with mother-daughter, two sisters, husband, wife, partners, all these important relationships, I think communication has to be very key. What is in your heart should be out.
Okay. Tell me this. A lot of our audience are people who are looking to start a business, and often these are first businesses and are looking for business partners, right? Sometimes you get lucky, you find a friend or somebody in a network who you know briefly. Sometimes it's a very close friend, all kinds of stages. But sometimes it's also strangers. My question to you is, Neha, what advice or what guidance would you have for them on finding the right, quote unquote, right business partner and going ahead with it?
Two, three things. I think the first thing is what I have learned way back in business is that paperwork
Okay.
has to be very, very clear.
Okay.
It could be a stranger, okay, somebody who has money, and you're looking at the finance part of it, and the rest you will take care. The paperwork has to be extremely clear as to who's going to own what are the duties, what are the responsibilities. Everything has to be clear. Second is a basic wavelength has to match, right? Your vision has to match. Like I said, that if someone wants to open 100, the other wants to be at 10, how
Correct.
is it going to work?
Yeah.
Right? So the vision of that particular business or that company has to match. If it's a mismatch in the beginning, then I would say wait it out, don't go ahead. But if that matches, a basic, communication level is established, and the finance and the paperwork is in place, then my only advice is go and start. Because you have to start something to see whether it works or it doesn't work. Everything
Yeah.
cannot work under assumptions, right? The biggest mistake or the biggest fear that people have is to start. It all falls in place. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा कि नहीं बनेगी, बिजनेस को डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा, बिजनेस बन तो गया और पेपर वर्क सही है तो दैट पेपर वर्क विल टेक केयर ऑफ दिस.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think one, if the basics, like a basic communication level, wavelength,
Yeah.
vision, basic match hota hai, go for it.
Yeah.
It will all fall in place.
Okay. On the note of partnerships, a very, very important partnership of life, which is marriage. And you got married very, very early. You also had a school, right? High school sweetheart. What are your thoughts on marriage and a partner in life? I know you knew somebody since a very, very young age. So it was probably easier or maybe not because you also grow and evolve as a person through the years. But I also know you're somebody who has a lot of clarity. So I'm sure you know what you wanted in your life partner. How is it?
Well, see, marriage is never an easy partnership to navigate. Both have to work towards building a good marriage, okay? Because it's not just about two people, it's about two families that are getting together, right? It's never about just two people. It's the extended family, managing their expectations, managing, everything together as a team, right? So, like I said, even in this partnership, a basic wavelength has to match, which obviously we had because we've been together since school, so I knew him, and he's seen me grow, I've seen him grow, right? And I think also the family, because if you have a good upbringing and if you know the family, then it becomes easy, right, for you to navigate through such a big change in your life. At your mom's house, you just come from office, throw your bag, you have khana ready for you. Now in another house, okay, there are some responsibilities that come to you, as the lady of the house. So to be able to navigate that change, you need a supportive partner, which fortunately I have. Okay, he supports me with everything. Like, okay, so, and because of him, I've been able to build that healthy relationship with his parents, with his brother, with my sister-in-law. And it hasn't been easy all the while because it's a change. Any change in life is difficult,
Correct.
right? But we've navigated. It's been 20 years now that, we are married. And there have been ups and downs, there have been challenges, but we've navigated because we've never let each other down in terms of support. He's been there, I've been there. Okay, there was a time maybe when he wanted to transition, he wanted to quit his job, look at a consultancy kind of thing. There was a fixed income. I supported him then. But fair enough, do your bit. There are times when I've needed support. After Vedika's birth, bringing in less money at home, having loans, he supported me. So I think it's how you support each other in these transitional phases of your life is what matters,
Right.
right? And that's how it's never simple. And marriage is a complete commitment for a lifetime,
Yeah.
right? So how is it going to be simple?
Hmm.
It's not. But two people have to work towards making it simple. And like I said, okay, like maybe I am the hustler.
Yeah.
He's the grounding person.
Hmm.
Okay. He will, like, if I'm running too fast, he is going to pull me down and bring me back and say, okay, hold on. I'm here, but that's not the pace,
Hmm.
right? So it's the right balance. You need the right balance. Again, I cannot comment for everybody, but I think if you keep some basics right,
Yeah.
talk it out with each other, very clearly have your expectations with each other mentioned,
Hmm.
it becomes easier. And basic values,
Yeah.
nowadays I feel that basic values have become a problem. Oh, I am financially independent, I'm working, your parents are not my responsibility. All this I've started hearing now.
Hmm.
Okay. I don't think anybody is expecting parents to be anybody's responsibility, but as human beings, just as human beings, and not just as a wife or a mother or, a daughter-in-law or daughter, just as a human being. To take care of somebody who is elderly, to listen to them patiently, I don't think that is responsibility. I think that it's a way to look at it, right? You can look at it in a different way.
Correct. I also think extended family is just people your beloved really loves.
Yeah, they love you and they
So,
care for you,
Yeah, you
right?
take care of them also.
And sometimes happens, yeah, like if 5 people are living in the house, you're going to have difference in opinion. Like I have differences in opinion with my mother-in-law or even with my mother, right?
Correct.
But I don't take it as, like they are trying to, put me down or, they're not allowing me to be myself. They are just, again, they have an opinion about that, which is different, right? So it's for every aspect in life, it's the way you look at things. If you look at things as a fight, it's going to,
Yeah.
take your energy or away. But if you look at it positively, I think that's how all relationships work. I think
Fair, yeah.
if you're a people's person, you will understand that everybody is different. But whether you want to run away from every relationship, no, you want to be there, right?
Yeah, of course. Okay, second last question for you, which is you have a daughter who you dearly love and have made major life decisions for. What would you tell Vedika, or what are you telling Vedika now that she's a teenager about 4 things: health, career, finances, and relationships?
I'll go one by one.
Yeah.
Health, I'm very clear with her.
Okay.
That has to be your topmost priority. If anything comes in the way of health,
Okay.
okay, that should be abandoned from your life. Because you will have relationships, finance, and everything else in life if you have health. If you don't have health, फिर कुछ भी नहीं मिलने वाला है, right?
Correct.
So of course, like as a teenager, she does go out, she eats out, but clearly I tell her that, if there are 4 meals and if one you've eaten out, 3 others you'll have to eat at home. You'll have to learn to discipline yourself. It's
Yeah.
not that we, at this age or at a younger age, I mean, the Mithi Bai Vada Pav,
Yes.
the famous.
Yes.
So we
I went
ate
to
what?
NMIMS. So
Yeah. So
1 year lunch was every day
Yeah,
vada pav and
vada
I
pav.
cook.
Correct.
Yeah.
But we have now, since there is so much awareness about what health means to people, and because of other factors like pollution, etc.,
Yeah.
there's so much going on, right? If you are aware as a child and you're going to school and college and we are paying so much fees for your school and college, then I think you should know that health is
Yeah.
of utmost importance. So definitely, like, we encourage her. Again, I cannot force things on her.
Correct. Yeah.
But I can encourage her to eat home cooked food, to eat healthy meals, and to work out a bit. Okay? Which in her own way she does. There are times when we argue and fight over these things, but we come to a conclusion somewhere. Sometimes I say yes, sometimes she says yes. So it's all managed.
It works. Yeah.
The next one was career.
Correct.
Career, she will decide her own path. Okay. She is a young girl. She knows what she likes in terms of the subjects that she chooses or the path that she takes. I'll give you an example. She just finished her 10th. And she came and said that I would like to pursue PCM, which is physics, chemistry, math after 10th.
Correct.
And we paid fees, and the path was clear that now she's going to do PCM and probably look at engineering or fintech.
Correct.
Suddenly, after her physics paper in the 10th board exam,
Okay.
she came home and said, Mama, I don't think physics is for me.
Okay.
I think I'll switch to PCB.
Okay.
PCB also has physics, but the level is a
Simpler.
little
Yeah.
simpler. As parents, we had already paid fees somewhere. So we both, both me and my husband, we decided that if that's her choice, let's go talk to the class, ask for refund. And they were very kind enough to give us the refund and then put her back into PCB.
Okay.
1 month into PCB now, a week ago, she comes back and she says, I think I want to do PCM.
Okay.
Right? PCM to PCB and now back to
it.
PCM. As a parent, we felt a little frustrated, I can say, irritated that, oh, is she even clear? So we told her, you make a pros and cons list, attend 3 math classes. If you still feel you want to go with math, we'll support you. Because she has to like what she's doing,
Of course. Yeah.
right? She attended. See the effort. We saw the effort. She attended extra math classes after a long day of PCB.
Yeah.
And then came and told us that I still feel inclined towards mathematics. I don't know whether I'm going to be an engineer, but math is therapy for me. I cannot leave math.
I get it. Yeah.
She got her answer. Whatever we could do in our capacity, go back to the class, again
Yeah.
ask for refund,
Switch.
switch, talk to the right professors, get her admission sorted.
Correct.
We did as parents. But the decision
Has to come from her.
has to come from. That we cannot force it. I cannot tell her you have to become a doctor, you have to become an engineer, or you have to do this.
Yeah.
Even after 2 years, if she comes and says that this is my path, I will encourage her as a parent because my parents have encouraged me and my husband's parents have encouraged him to just make the right decision or
Yeah.
make the decision, forget right or wrong.
Oh yeah. Correct. Yes. Make a decision of
Make
yourself.
the decision. Because life, we are not going to be with her, may or may not, all her life, right? She has to learn to decide on her own. And this training starts much earlier in life, not when she's 25,
Correct.
but when she's a teenager. She needs to learn to decide for herself. So, health, career, finance, the career she chooses and her choices in life will decide how much money she needs. If she needs crores, then she has to work hard for crores.
Yeah.
If she's happy and content with little, it's the choice of life that she has made. I am very clear in my thought process that after a certain age, she will have to figure her life out herself.
Yeah.
My duty as a parent is to give her the best education,
Correct.
which I'm going to do. Rest, she decides. Right? She wants to make millions. She has to work hard for millions,
Yeah.
right? And if she is happy, then Mama, I want just this much.
Yeah.
She's happy, I'm happy. My only prayer in life is for her is good health and happiness. That's it. When I pray to God, I ask for her health and happiness. As a parent, you do only want to see your child healthy
And happy. Correct. Yeah.
Success and career and money, she will decide for herself. She looks at her parents. Okay, so I'm hoping that if she looks at our life and knows, you know, all the vacations you get, all the, you know, luxuries in
Right.
life that you get comes with hard work and money. And hard work and money is equal to your career.
Correct.
I will want her to keep good health. That is top priority. But otherwise, rest all up to her.
Okay. Cool. Last one. Relationships.
Relationships. Well, relationships now that I see through her, I'm also learning. I'm the millennial one.
Yeah.
Gen Z talks about situationships and then getting into relationships and then see again there are pros and cons. The pros are that they are very clear कि पहले situationship में देखना है कि whether you know it's right or wrong. We jumped into in our time, you know, everybody was
Yes or no?
yes or no, and you know we were Shah Rukh Khan fans.
Okay.
We love the Raj, right? This generation is more practical.
Okay.
They know exactly what they want or what they don't want, right? So I think in today's time and world when things are so evolved, I think this is also a good approach. You know, I don't think there is any wrong in knowing a person or living in with that person and then deciding about marriage. And then if you want to have a child or no, again is your question. You have to answer that. Okay, the only thing that I would like to highlight to her is that the biological clock keeps ticking. So if you've noticed many you know women now going for IVF
Right.
at the age of 35, 40. And that is a difficult process.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So there has to be awareness about what you're doing in life.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't get diseases because you're, you know, into multiple relationships. This is what, as a mother, as a parent, I'm telling her. Because I do not have any control on, you know, once she leaves the house, what is she doing?
Correct.
But I have control on when I'm talking to her.
What do you say?
What is it that I say? Right? What is it that she sees? She sees family people at home. Like me and my husband are very family inclined. We don't go out for too many late night parties. If we go once in a while, we go. We have friends coming over. You know, small gatherings, etc. This is what she's seeing growing up. Of course, she is going to have all the liberty and you know, to explore and go for parties as young kids. We also did that. We also went out, you know, and we also were curious to know so many things. But we also saw the values our parents had. So we came back to that zone.
Yeah.
I'm hoping life will get her back to the same zone. And she will decide that, you know, she just needs to be aware of what diseases can happen. She comes back and says, I'm a science student, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Very good. If you're a science student, you're aware and you're, you know, conscious of what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you're, you know, dating a boy, his family, the background, basics.
Yeah.
Okay, has nothing to do with whether the guy, you know, is a topper in class or whether, you know, he's extremely good in studies. No, he has to be a nice person. He has to be a nice human being. Okay, and they're kids and they will grow together. They, you know, they all have to support each other in the way of growing. Okay, and not being, you know, I don't know how to put it in words, but not being, you know, extremely possessive in terms of, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, this is not right. I think I keep telling her that you need to find people who give you space, who give you the freedom to grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, And I'm, as of now, I can see that from what I see outside, I'm quite happy and a proud parent that
Oh.
she tries to balance a
Vedika,
lot
are you
of
watching?
things. Yeah, she should know that she makes us both proud, as a daughter, and I'm hoping that continues. Yeah.
Okay, those were all my questions. Anything you have to add, Sneha, to this lovely audience that has tuned in so far?
I don't want to ask anything per se, but I am loving what you guys are doing. There's so much that women can learn just from that page of yours on Instagram. And I think you, as a young girl, you must continue to do this because through your journey and through our journeys, there's so much that people can learn and see. And even if we can, contribute to one person's
Yeah.
life being shifting from where it was to where it can be, it'll be great.
Thank you so much, people. Thank you, Sneha. This
Thank
was
you.
amazing.
Thank